Yes.
Good gaming.
Okay.
Good gaming.
I have to set this up.
We're gonna game. We're still in the in between, dude. We're good gaming. We're gaming. Hey. Oh, this is Utube. Oh crap, totally. Okay, Utube.
That one's a YouTube link.
Utube is different Oleo. So give me uno momento and I will get it all set up.
You are totally good. So with this game, a add-on, like a DLC, is coming out in September.
Yes.
And when that comes out, they're actually going to do a patch for the original Cyberpunk that's going to change the ending, change the way that the cops like attack you or see you, and fix a lot of the graphics that
were bad.
Are not. Yeah. But I mean, they're totally like redoing how cops are in the game. Like they took the engine down and they redid it. So, and
interesting.
It's going to have a new ending. So what I've been hearing is everybody's like, don't buy the game right now. Wait until the patch comes out. I'm the complete opposite. I'm like, buy the game now.
And then you're ready.
And then you could beat it. And then you have a different ending when it comes out. And the patch happens, so you play the game twice.
I love it. Let's see what we're watching.
Everybody's saying stop. Like don't download it yet. Don't buy it yet.
Oh, here we go.
But this is Cyberpunk 2077. This is by
2077 59.
This is by far one of the best games that I've ever played. And this is all gameplay.
Yes. And this game has been heavily like it's gotten it. Oh my gosh, it was everywhere. Okay, let me explain. It's been such a roller coaster ride with 2077. With Keanu coming out on stage at E3, with its release, with the botch release, with it crushing every computer that you could put it on. You can literally buy the most expensive computer, spend $7,000, and this game will grind it to a halt.
Right.
But you've told me you're playing it on a console. I didn't even know it was available.
I'm playing it on an Xbox S, and it runs fantastic. It is by far the most beautiful game I've ever played in my life.
This game is just pretty. It's a pretty game. Like, it literally, I swear like I'm in Blade Runner when I watch it.
Right, yes. I was going to say the whole concept of the game is awesome. And
now, what is the concept of the game?
What I've been reading is like people can power through it and beat the game, but where this game shines and where I'm doing is going through all the quests before...
Yeah,
like, I'll do like 3 or 4 quests and then the main quest.
So this is one of those games. Here, let me turn down the volume just a little because you and I talk better. This is the kind of game that you basically, to be a completist, is probably going to take you 100 hours because 100%, of all of the, like, okay, so for people out there that are like, well, that's not true, Tick. I got it done in 5 hours. When I say completists, there are people that want 100% on hardest mode. I'm trying to think of the other thing. My favorite is no bullets used.
Oh my god, yeah, there's no way. But
no, not in this game.
They have samurai swords, and I'm pretty good with the samurai sword with this game. And like sneaking and going up behind people and stuff.
Yeah. Well, what I'd like to see in this, go ahead.
Oh, when Keanu came out.
Yeah.
Because all this is like he does a job and he gets in order to do this certain job, he needs to carry this chip in his head.
Oh, okay.
And the chip embeds itself in him, and Keanu's slowly taking over his body.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So, it is
Ghost in the Machine style.
Good. Yes, and for like the first maybe like 5 hours with Keanu, I hated Keanu. I was like, no, because they put you in with this main character that you get to rate yourself, how he looks, go through missions. You pretty much get your own apartment, get your own car, and then you pick out these jobs, and then you're like, oh crap! And then Keanu comes in, and you're like, he's a terrorist taking over my body.
Yep, hijacking.
And then he slowly like merges with you, and you're like, okay, he's not so bad. Is it me becoming him, or is it him becoming me? Like, it's just one of those cool things. And
wow,
it is so freaking. But this game is not for kids. I
No,
would
it
say
doesn't look like it. It reminds me of GTA when it
18
comes to that.
plus.
Yeah.
18 plus. There's a mission where oh, Keanu's so good at
You
this.
got to kill a hooker while she's hooking.
Oh, oh my God, no.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to complete everything,
Right.
your character actually has to like sleep with the hooker to get get like a vault.
That sounds
So
accurate.
it's pretty graphic when you're
Oh yeah.
like, do you do this or do you not? And then
Right.
Keanu's like, why not? Her name's Shelly.
Right.
And
Why
like,
wouldn't you? Everybody
you
loves
know, why don't
Shelly.
you do this?
See, I
And
had
you know,
no
I'm pressing
idea.
X, like, do I do this? Do I not? Do I? Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?
I had no
Yeah,
idea that. Let me zoom in for anybody that can't see. Is this zoom in? This is zoom in? Oh, maybe I can't
this
zoom in.
game
Hmm.
is amazing, and you pretty much it's
Oh, there
almost
it is.
like an open world map, like how The Witcher is
Yeah, the
like
way that
open
I've
world.
seen it, it's very open world. But yeah, I had no idea it was available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I think it originally came out on PC. Like that was the
Yes.
big hype. And like I said, it cripples PCs. Like they
So
literally are like, oh
this
yeah, you
was
should buy a new computer.
the Xbox One version of it.
Hmm.
The Xbox S has a whole bunch of patches and stuff that because I was
Makes
watching
sense.
video where people would be like this with guns, and
Right.
literally it would look like me without a gun, but just my hands going like this. And you're like,
Boom,
are
boom,
they
boom,
shooting
boom.
me? Are they not?
What,
Who is this? What's
what's going
going
on?
on? Yeah. Or like, or like a girl would like do some move on a pole that's not there, and you're like, how is she doing that? Like,
She's
what is
spinning in
going
midair.
on?
What?
Yeah.
What
Yep.
you talking
Things
about,
like that.
Willis? Oh, that's
Or like
hilarious on every level.
people knocking on doors, but they're half in the door. So you
Hmm.
could see them, but they're knocking on your door and their heads
Keep on
through.
knocking,
Yeah.
but you can't come
So
in.
all those patches, it's fixed. And I'm telling you before, and
And
like
that's
anybody
and you
listening,
see, that's what I was going to say is what you're talking about is what I heard about, which is
yeah.
tons and tons and tons of problems. So, like, I'm just glad that they got them worked out. It's just, do you think that the
Oh my God,
game?
dude.
I wonder how it actually affected the game. I wonder if the game like it because I know when it came out, it was just like spiked,
Right.
but then I know that
So
it fell off really quickly because of the
yes.
issues. So I'm wondering if it's on the rise again because it seems like one of those
Well,
games that's going to have legs.
and with the Xbox showcase, they showed the DLC content that's
Yeah.
coming out in
Yep.
September. And
Yep.
I think the hype's back with this game, but they should have really
Yeah.
waited until
Now, do they have a
they should have
multiplayer
gave it
mode on
another
this?
3
Is it
years.
only a single player mode? Like, do they have a
Single player,
multiplayer?
and thank God it's single
Yeah.
player.
Well, no. The reason
Thank
I asked is
God.
because there are games that are being played from like 1975. I think that are still the deal. Okay, so give me a second. You're
Yeah.
not lining up where you said you were going to line up, so you're chopped off on our tiki taki. Yeah, there we go. You're better now.
Okay.
No, but it was funny. You're
I'll
like,
just do it.
no. What you said was, and I did it. You have a picture right behind you, so I lined you up with the
Yeah.
picture right behind you.
Line me up right
But
there.
now you're like
See?
sitting over there because you're drinking. So like, this is okay. This is literally what you look like on our tiki taki. You're like this. You're like,
Okay. Let's
hey,
see it.
what's going on, Tick? Yeah, we're having a great time
Yeah.
on the show.
Well,
And I'm
you
like,
should line
quit.
me up. You
I
see
didn't
right
know you're
behind
lined
me,
up.
there's like
The
that
white
skull
sign.
thingy.
Yeah, that's what I lined you up
Yeah.
with. I thought.
There you go.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me get you lined up because there's nothing better than doing live television and just changing everything live because nobody has a problem with that. There's nobody that's like, oh, yeah,
Uh-uh.
Tick, that's a bad idea. That's just, oh, there we go. All
No.
lined up now. All lined up. There we go. We're good, good, good. Welcome to, we should have tested everything at once. Well, we test most everything once in a while,
Yeah.
most of the time. Well, what
Well,
happens
you
most of
know,
the time is you can't handle the testing. No, testing drives you crazy. We're just gonna have mini shows. We're just gonna do 2 or 3 mini shows because like you and testing are like oil and water.
yeah. You know what? Or I should just drink through them all.
Yeah, we'll test and I'll just be like, Professor, we're not testing. Just bring a drink and like sit there, and then that's how we'll do it. Because
I'll
that would
get
make
like
a
fast
lot
food
more
and just
sense.
eat while we're testing.
Yep, yep. I like that idea
Yep.
a lot, actually. So, boop, 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 boo. I guess I could have lined that up ahead of time. Boop, boop. I love the background moves.
But yeah,
Here.
everybody should get Cyberpunk before it they
Yeah,
do
don't
that
listen to the
DLC where they
dummies.
change everything.
You know what also is
Yeah,
true a lot of the times is that you get a cheaper price if you buy it now comparatively
yeah,
to waiting, because a lot of the times they'll double dose you on the DLC and stuff like
yeah.
that. You'll have to pay
And
twice.
I want to beat the game with the ending that it's at now because they said there's a new ending. So I want both endings.
Exactly. So,
Oh, this is what not to. If you own a PS5,
yes,
don't do.
don't do this.
When
No.
this Hey everyone, Chris here. So while
Hi, Chris.
PlayStation says that PS5s can be vertical or horizontal,
Yeah, yeah.
we,
I'm
as
listening to
people
you.
who repair them all the time,
Yeah, you
recommend
repair.
horizontal because
Horizontal.
the liquid metal does travel. It's not going to short out your PlayStation.
Oh my God, they have
but
liquid
it's
metal
still
and they
gonna
told
do
you
as
to
good of
put
a
it
job
vertical.
cooling it. Let me show
Right.
you. I'm showing everybody why the
Oh
liquid
man.
metal.
Okay,
Yes.
so
fills up
we're
in the
stopping for a technical
Yeah.
talk. For anybody out there that doesn't understand, like, and this is the reason that I had to do crazy stuff with the show. I have a laptop over there, and laptops don't cool very well. So it was bad. Like, I literally pressed a button yesterday, and then something that should take a minute told me it was going to take 2 hours and 75 minutes. And I'm like, first of all, an hour is only 75 is only 60 minutes. So what's that all about?
Right.
And so
Yes.
I'm like, wait, why? And I got out the program that tells me how hot my processor is. And it literally said,
Uh-huh.
don't touch your computer. Like, and I listened to it. So I tried to give it
Right.
room. So I wasn't really touching it. I kind of lifted it up and I
Mhm.
kind of touched where I wasn't supposed to. And I was like, oh, that's not a 3rd-degree burn, which it wasn't. So they need to cool processors is the antidote to the story. There are different ways to cool it, and liquid metal is by far the best. Like, if you're going to put anything under there, liquid metal, I've heard from every guy that does the installs, they're like, there's problems with liquid metal, though. It's a liquid, literally. So when they're doing
Yeah.
the liquid metal, they tape off the edges. They put the liquid metal in because it literally has been known to go off the edge and make contact with all the stuff it's not supposed to make contact with.
I mean, look, like you see the
100%. Look,
the pool
look,
around it, like
look,
yeah,
look. That side, it went out that side. You are so
right.
lucky that there wasn't a contact there. Because if that had been like a normal
It's like
processor,
solder. Yeah.
you're done. You're
Uh-huh.
done. You've just shorted out your computer. And those processors these days, have you heard about the new Intel processor, by the way? I know that's not
No.
really your thing. I think their starting price, their servers, $10,000 for the processor.
Does it still have that sticker that says Intel inside? That's all what I want to know.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you get the
Okay.
sticker, but you had to pay $10,000
Yeah.
for it. So it was worth
I
it.
remember people putting that on their car too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Instead
So let's
of
see.
being right there where it should be.
Yes.
So on a PS5, these guys are cooled with liquid metal. They have the liquid metal between here and the heat plate. When you hold them vertically like this, if you look, majority of that liquid
You
metal
fall.
is pooled at the very bottom of that. This is the orientation step. You can
Gravity.
see what's all pooled.
We're doing God's
It's
work
liquid,
here, telling
therefore
people
gravity
this.
still works.
Yes.
So
it's
it's
not a
better to have
paste.
these horizontal than vertical.
You heard Dan.
We know. Now we know.
Everyone, Chris here. So
Well,
All
that's
you kids
important.
that are watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anybody with a PS5, like that's actually the
stand
most
it up.
useful thing we're ever going to tell anybody.
Yeah, don't stand it up. Uh-huh.
No. And it's funny too because they
Um,
give you that little bracket so you can. Like they give you a little tiny bracket so you can stand it up.
That's why I'm an Xbox person.
Yeah, we've talked about
Stand
that
up.
before. I have a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Well, I have a 1 here. I have a 3 here, and I have a 4 here, and I have a 2 over in the storage unit. But I'm also an Xbox person. I have a 360 here, and I don't have an Xbox original anymore. I have two 360s. That's what I have.
Ever since my PS3 did like the black screen of death,
Yes.
I switched and went over.
No, I understand, but
I've
I'll be honest.
never had any issue.
You're lucky, and I was about to say, I've owned many a system, and Xboxes are notoriously bad, like for a myriad of reasons, like hard drive failures, overheating. Like their first ones were you should just cook steaks on them. Some of those original Xboxes, like they should have come with a barbecue tongs. They were ridiculously hot.
That would have been I would have done that.
Yeah, it would have been a good
I'd been
barbecue,
like,
by the
look,
way.
I can make a burger while I'm playing Resident Evil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Burgers and evil. It goes together.
Yes.
It's like,
You know?
let's get this next guy on the air.
Oh,
You've got
dude.
to solve
Dude,
with
look,
dexterity.
look. Who's going to tell
I've
him?
got a little red ring or a float on top and a hook underneath at the bottom like a question mark, and I've got to turn it and twist it and try to get it on to the ring, but I don't think I can do it this time. 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes, I can spend a long time doing this, but it's a very pleasant little thing to play with, actually, because you've got to learn how things move around underwater, and it's not that easy.
Who's going to tell
Every
this
fifth
guy?
time I have a
I'm
game
not
with it,
telling
I
him.
manage to solve it, and then I say,
I'm
well,
not
I can't
telling
do it
you.
anymore. So
Yeah.
this time,
Yeah.
I failed.
No. Nope.
You can see
For
why
anybody
that
in the
went under
audience,
gaming.
nope. Leave your comments. You tell us what it is.
Yep.